He started out as an orphan, a foundling, but rose up to become the Hercules of the Revolution. Peter Francisco was no normal human being. At 14 years old, Peter was a foot tall and 100 pounds heavier than the average American. On March 23, 1775, Peter heard Patrick Henry's "Gimme Liberty or Gimme Death" speech. After this, he then adopted the cause of American independence and was filled with the spirit of patriotism. Once Peter joined the 10th Regiment of the Continental Line, he was wounded during a battle at Brandywine. Mr. Francisco's next action was the defense of Fort Mifflin, which defended the approach of ship to Philadelphia. The fort had to fall in order for the British to capture the American capital. With the British approaching, a battle broke out, destroying the fort. The Americans lost 250 men, but the few who survived, including Peter, escaped in the middle of the night to Fort Mercer. After this, the 10th Virginia Regiment wintered at Valley Forge. After being injured twice, he re-enlisted and was then selected to lead the attack with a 20-man Forlorn Hope. 17 out of the 20 were either killed or wounded, including Peter, receiving a stomach wound, but is credited with killing his advisory and 2 others. Stated by Captain William Evans, Francisco was the second man who entered the fort and distinguished himself in numerous acts of bravery and intrepidity. These circumstances brought Mr. Francisco into great notice, and his name was reiterated throughout the whole army. The Virginia militia broke under the first blow of the British regulars, so they fled from the battlefield. Peter observed that a small field piece had been abandoned. Using his strength, Peter moved a 1,100-pound cannon to a position being held by a group of Continentals. This act was represented on a postal stamp to show Peter's strength. He then defeats a cavalryman and steals his horse. Peter found Colonel William Mayo and a prisoner being taken down the road by 2 redcoats. Peter killed both redcoats and freed the prisoner and the colonel. After this incident, Peter enlists in a troop of cavalry. During a battle at the Guilford courthouse, Peter was wounded twice while on his horse. After he recovered, he signed up to be a scout. When Marquis de Lafayette in 1824 made his famous tour of America, Peter escorted him through the Virginia portion. Maryland, Virginia, and a few other states designated March 15th as Peter Francisco's Day. When the Daughters of the Revolution planted the 13 Liberty trees in the Golden Gate State Park, they took soil from Peter's grave to plant the tree. Peter Francisco's name should be in American history textbook because he is brave and persevered through wound after wound. Total, he had about 6 wounds while serving in the army. He cared so much for American independence that he would carry on through the pain and even die.